What up, folks? Welcome to Nerd Report. It is Halloween. I usually don't dress like this. Well, usually. Sometimes I do. And that's what makes it Halloween. We're going to be reacting to these videos, man. We're going to be reacting to a Popcorn Planet video today. the subpoena thing with Blake Lively is still going on. We're going to talk about that and everything. So make sure right here, as my dog barks in the background. Hello. Yeah, folks, what you're looking at right there is the new website, nerdreport.com. Make sure to check that out if you can. Nerdreport.com and everything. Let me see if I can pull back this camera. It is hot in here. It is hot. Let me see if I can pull down the camera. Pull back. There we go. You see more of me now. Oh, no. Gotta close this. Oh, the bathroom. There you go. It's not good. You can see there's a bathroom back there. Holy cow. What's up, everyone? Let me know if you got notified. Who got notified? Let me know. In the chat, who do we got? What's up, Amor? What's up, Raiders? What up, all the Raiders? What up? Who do I see? Hey, the first people that comment, they get a shout out. Okay? They get a shout out. All right? First people that comment get a shout out. So I'm going to go through that right now. Then we're going to go over through Andy Signore's subpoena stuff. And we're going to talk about what's going on. Is this censorship? I do think it's bullshit, man. I think it's all bull and everything. What do you guys think? Also, in case you all don't know, Grayson Report underwent surgery, emergency surgery. I posted up a video. Did you guys know? Did you guys see the video? I posted a video from the hospital. She is right now recovering. And that's good news. And like I said before, it is without a doubt that the reason she is recovering so perfectly right now is because of your positive energy and the love you guys all sent through the internet. So when you have a chance, go to her channel, Grayson Report, and give her the positive energy, something in the chat, so she knows you guys care and love her, because she does know, but just give her a little reminder and everything, and we'll take it from there. I think it's really, really working and everything. I'm going to get to your super chats also. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. I'll get to your super chats. Another thing before I continue, I have you all here. Birthday stream is coming up. Let me see. We'll probably pick a date. By the end of the stream, maybe, after we react to the video. Who's going to come? Press that one. And we're going to have one this Sunday on Twitch. I'm going to be DJing on Twitch. And if Lisa Boo could share that link, it'd be great. Everyone's invited. I'm going to be playing music for 4 hours, I believe. All right, let's see who's in here. Amor, Lisa Boo, Tammy Boo, Shelly, DJ Golden Heart, what is up? Astrid, Wendy, Culture Callout, how's it going? Getting wiggy with it. Thanks for asking. Oh my gosh, Aaron, Matthew, the Mod Squad, and Karen, the Karen Show Australia. Happy Halloween, Lewis and Lisa. Love you both. Have fun. Happy Halloween to everyone in the chat too. Much love from me here in Australia. I got notified. Listen, let's elevate the Karen Show as well. She's got some good topics. Always a supporter and everything. Let's elevate everyone, man. Give everybody props and everything. Michelle's in the house. Night. Wendy. Melanie. Bernadette Lonefire. What's up? There we go. You guys want to show up for my birthday? There we go. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, listen, if you guys want to give me something for my birthday, what I want from you all is absolutely free. Keep watching the channel. Keep watching the channel. Subscribe if you haven't. Double check. Always look for new videos. Press the like. All right? That's what we want. That's what I want. 100% free. Some people are asking, oh, well, I want to give you something to maintain the channel. If you want to do that, we have a GoFundMe going. All right? The GoFundMe is to support Nerd Report the studio and keep the streams alive. I'm going to drop the link in the comments. All right? Let's see if we can get to 10% of our goal today. If we get to 10% of our goal today, we're 1% away. All right? That would be amazing. Most proceeds go to the channel. That's us. I'm going to give back to the community by buying equipment. We need to update. We need to update our PCs, our cameras, and everything like that. And StreamYard and all the streaming services. Again, if you want to give something, do it through GoFundMe for my birthday. It would be great. If not, watch the channel. Look for videos. That's the main thing, folks. That's what we really need. There's advertisement on YouTube. We get revenue off that. But if no one watches, then there's no revenue, right? All right. Melanie, thanks for that super chat. You rock. Thank you so much for coming on in here. On Nerd Report, following Popcorn Planet. Who came from Popcorn Planet? Huh? Who came from Popcorn Planet? I'm going to give you my honest reaction here with the Blake Lively. If you guys donate to the GoFundMe, I'll give you props in a bit. So I appreciate. If not, it's okay. This was a week ago, and then we'll move on to the new one. All right. This one is 9 days ago, and I couldn't react to it, but it's not over. Blake Lively lies about me. Subpoena update. Are you guys following this? Hit that like. I'm gonna be brutally honest. I'm gonna be brutally honest about my reaction here. And full disclaimer, Andy's my friend, but if he's in the wrong, I'm gonna say it. The only thing I've done is I did give him a call, and I go, I'm gonna react to your video. Just wanted to let you know, I'm gonna be reacting to your video. That's all. And before he could even say anything, I said, don't tell me what it's about. Although I have watched most of these, just so you know. Don't tell me what it's about or what you think. I'm going to just react to your video. He goes, cool. That's it. And then we started talking about other things, films, whatever nerds talk about. All right? All right. And I know you're watching, Blake, or someone that knows her is. I don't cover this stuff, right? I don't cover this stuff. But why am I covering it now? Because you are, once in a while I'll pop my head and cover this, because you are, in my opinion, and all this is opinion based on what I know, and I don't know everything. I could be missing stuff. So you all make your own decisions before whatever I come on here. You're your own person. You can disagree with me. It's all opinions. It's a discussion. Nothing is fact. I say, I don't know. I could be wrong. Another thing, don't harass anyone involved here, because you lose. You look like an idiot. We don't encourage that. If you ever see anybody go to another channel or anyone and bully them, they're out of here. We don't like that. Okay. Another thing I want to say before I go to this, I know I'm talking a lot, is I'm not a fan of either of these two. You all know that. But Blake, you're trying to silence YouTubers, man, in my opinion. And you're especially going after Popcorn Planet, which is weird. He dropped it against Perez Hilton, right? If you guys donated to the GoFundMe, I will give you props in a bit. I see Lisa Boo did. Do me a favor, folks. Drop that link in the comments for that to sustain the studio. My birthday stream's coming. Oh, also, I'm sure Blake Lively hates if you guys support like that. And you're coming after a YouTubers with so much money, and we help you get there, man. Like, because we're fans. We're fans of Ryan Reynolds. We're fans of your films. I liked her in the Deep, or what was it called? The one where the shark's there. Oh my God, what happened? I liked her in that film. I think I'm being fair here. Fuck, this hair gets in my face. I'm being fair here. I may even lose subs here, Blake. I know you're watching. I think you're a pretty good actor. I do. I think you're a pretty good actor. And in the film, It Ends With Us, and I've said this before, I think you and Baldoni showed extraordinary acting skills because you actually didn't like each other. And you guys had great chemistry, and you showed professionalism, especially knowing that you didn't like each other, if that's the case. So I was here. Every time I say that, I get hate. Every time I say that, I get hate. I'm not biased. You and Baldoni did a good job. It was a good movie. It's a shame you guys got into a fight. But what's ridiculous is that in my opinion, you're trying to silence people, right? That's nuts. All right, let's check out. Could you guys hear this? This is from 9 days ago. Let's react to this after a court hearing or something. I don't know. Did you guys hear it?
Hey, everybody, I'm here with I got to thank them immediately first. I don't want to hear, but my man Jack over here. What's up? Dave, amazing. And even my documentary crew. What's up, guys? With the whole gang is here as they came in and just after the thing was over because we could not tape it for you. Sorry, guys. Camera crew had to leave. We had the hearing.
Pursuant to federal rule, here in the Middle District 5.01 for all you law nerds out there.
So sadly, but we're here to recap what just happened. And the sad news, it's not over. That's
not over.
That's why I'm frustrated because it's going to continue a bit longer. And that's the big frustrating. I'm going to let Jack explain it better, Jack, because you called it a B+. You still call it a B+. For the audience at home, what happened?
So again, what the court did was essentially provide some tells if you're a poker player, and the court specifically didn't make a ruling on whether or not to quash the subpoena. Rather, she provided a pretty good tell. Tell number one is the court's leaning towards determining that the journalistic privilege is in fact should be adhered to under these circumstances.
Excellent work by these lawyers, but again, I don't know if what they're saying is legit or what. They're lawyers. I'm not. They sound good. They sound like they're right. What is this journalistic stuff? Like, what is she saying that there's some sort of school you have to go to like be officially a journalist? Like, anyone could be a journalist, especially from what I understand, especially based on your First Amendment. You know what I mean? It's that argument's weird. And then what is that? The privilege law, which from what I understand is, the privilege to keep your sources confidential. Because look, man, like even like the way this country was based, from what I understand, is you're supposed to have whistleblowers that go to the media, and we are all press, and to expose corruption if there's government corruption or anything like that. So those people that whistleblow don't have criminal repercussions or repercussions, like legal repercussions, or they don't get, someone gets revenge on them for coming out with truths. That's why there's privilege, right? There's that privilege where you don't have to reveal your sources. But again, I don't know if they have that in Canada. Canadians, do they have that in Canada? Because Ryan Reynolds is Canadian. I'm sorry, Canadians. I don't consider him an American. You guys could have him. Thanks a lot. I would like to trade Lisa Boo. Could we have Lisa Boo as an American and give back Ryan Reynolds, who Ryan Reynolds, bro? Like, the first time I saw you was in Blade 3, and you fucked that movie up, dude. I loved Blade. And someone in Hollywood decided to push Wesley Snipes aside and make you and Jessica Biel the main actors. Now, Jessica Biel is way better than you. She wasn't as annoying, but you were annoying, dude. You were acting like Pikachu. You were acting like Deadpool. Like, if you look at that movie, you watch that movie, the Ryan Reynolds scenes, it's Deadpool. And that was like, what, 20 years ago? It's the same dimension. Talk about, I don't know how you got up there. I don't know how you got so popular, dude. You know, I don't know why New Line decided to push Wesley Snipes aside for a mid-actor like you, dude. I will never forget what you did to Blade.
However, what she requested was something called a privilege log, meaning, all right, you guys have certainly collected, and Andy and Popcorn Planet have obtained materials in the course and scope of having reported on Blake Lively and on this case she has against the Wayfarer defendants. The question and the more interesting inquiry that I want to take as a judge, and again, she didn't say this expressly, this was intimated by the court through dicta or by inference, is that I want to take a look at the specific materials that you do have in your possession. You don't have to provide them to me, but I want you to list essentially what it is you have that you believe is privileged. So, for example, rather than providing an email between Popcorn Planet and one of the crew members from the movie, we would have to simply put in the privilege log, interview with confidential informant.
That's giving out information, though. I don't know if it's I guess it's the law, but even that is, press 1 if that is that's kind of bullshit. What do you guys think?
On such and such a date, and provide that to the court. And then the court will make a determination as to whether or not this itemization and enumeration would include those things that might otherwise not be privileged by virtue of the journalism privilege. And at that point in time, again, the court may request that we provide those things for what's called an in-camera investigation or inspection. For example, if Popcorn Planet has some footage of interviews from footage of the crew members being interviewed, the court may want to review those and look at those and see those.
I think it's kind of like it sucks that that's even a possibility. It should all be confidential. By the way, folks, I see a lot of support in the GoFundMe. I will give you a shout out in a bit. I just want to get this first video through.
And determine whether or not this appears to be legitimate news gathering effort or whether there's any type of conspiracy occurring between Popcorn Planet and the sources from which.
Conspiracy. She thinks there's a conspiracy theory, right? Is that the deal? Oh my God, bro. No one's done more damage to your reputation than you, honestly. No one's done more damage to your reputation than you.
Popcorn Planet was successfully able to garner information from.
The privilege log, which, yeah, I mean, it's that is a thing. We have to provide that, and we will, and they'll be able to go through it. But yeah, my takeaway, it was frustrating because you called it best. He's like, Blake's team is like divorce lawyers. They're just so sneaky and sleazy. And
well, divorce lawyers to the extent that they gain and benefit by virtue of billing hourly.
Yes.
So the longer the controversy lasts,
correct,
the more monies they make. And these guys are hungrily, they do what we call churning the file.
Correct.
You churn milk into butter. The longer they work on it, the better. So they're not looking for disposition. What would have been an A+ for us is if the subpoena was quashed today. It's not going to be quashed anytime soon. Rather, the court wants to make further inquiry. However, again, the good news is, based upon what we were asked for, it appears that the court is looking for us to pave the way for her to be able to enter an order quashing the subpoena at some point. The question is just, how long is that going to take, and how much more is that going to cost Andy?
Right, well, that's the.
So he has to go out today. he's going to go out. He wants to go out with his family today for Halloween, enjoy the evening, and he has to worry about this behind, in the back of his mind. Now, I also want to bring another thing. What about the guy from Uruguay, the Latino podcaster or influencer? She allegedly subpoenaed, right? That her lawyer subpoenaed or whatever it was to Google. Remember that? What is he going through? I mean, we don't know about that. What about there's other people that may be going through the same thing? If you all know anything about that, please update me in the comments. Maybe I missed something and everything.
Frustration. I'm gonna come to you in a second, but it's like exactly. I feel like I'm getting drained by these people still.
So they're trying to.
They want to just annoy us. They want to piss us off. They made an accusation that I had correspondence with somebody in the year 2024, which I have not. I don't know what the hell they're talking about, but they were so vague and like trying to sway the judge in their favor.
So weird.
We've seen them do time and time again, Kim and everybody. It's just so frustrating to see them in action continue to like. I don't want to say the word lie, but mistruth and just curry favor in their way that it's so frustrating as someone who's really followed this case.
Well, play the shell game, really, because what they've done is they've made accusations against Andy that he hasn't been entirely honest with the court, otherwise provide additional information.
Which they did previously, too, with the whole, he broke the law by recording, which I didn't illegally.
Yeah, they suggested Popcorn Planet committed a felony by not properly disclosing that you were recording the conversation when, in fact...
I saw him disclose it. I mean, that's just my opinion here. So weird.
So blatantly a lie. But it was interesting today because essentially Popcorn Planet was accused of not otherwise being completely candid with information that is in Popcorn Planet's possession. And when I made a statement unequivocally to the court that there have been no agreements, there were no communications prior to the calendar year 2025, counsel for Blake Lively literally held a piece of paper, didn't show the court what it was, nor us what it was, but said, well, I have documents from 2024 saying something else. Well, what
like a movie?
Is it? Well, it's sealed.
Of course, it's sealed. It was unreal. And so I'm sitting there like, what the hell are they talking? Because I know there's no communication before then, but it's like I'm just constantly feeling gaslit by them. And it's just so the irony is I see it of what they're trying to do to smear Justin, but they're smearing everybody else on their way to try to prove that Justin's smeared. But there's nothing to prove. I'm not worried. There's nothing there. But I just feel like they.
Does anyone even think there was a smear campaign? For the love of God, man. That smearing's coming from these subpoenas, dude. Oh my God.
Want to irritate me, bother me. I'm not going to let them. You know how they chat. The way you can help, go to.
If there's ever proof there was a campaign, I'm gonna come on here and friggin' I'll eat a crow, man. But holy shit, dude. Seriously.
The give, send, go, please. Like keep supporting so I can pay these individuals and the documentary. It all is adding up way more than it ever should have because of these troubles. So please, we'll pin it in the comments. Now is your chance to stand up because it is just so frustrating. But Dave, I know you were filing something there at the end. We were all recently. This has been ongoing. What are your thoughts?
I think what we have here is the case of a person who makes an argument by overselling a point. Casting aspersions to try to convince the person that they're discussing this with the judge in this case that there's something to see here, right? There's a here. The problem is people who do that tend to be defeated by those lofty expectations, hoist by your own petard when they can't produce anything. And that, I think, is going to be their fatal flaw here. Making these aspersions, making these claims that there's all this nasty dirt here that doesn't exist. They're gambling in the one case. They want to try to prove that there's something here and get it that way.
And at the end of the day, losing credibility. One of the graces.
That's a fact. Losing credibility.
The practice of law is conceding when there's adverse authority, when there's case law that doesn't necessarily support your argument, or when there's adverse evidence.
Well, not just that, though. As far as rushing the timeline here, they want this done by November 14th when the summary judgment deadline is due. That's going to.
Who thinks this should be my new look, though, on Nerd Report? I gotta get some attention. I'll do anything for views, man. Yeah. Should this be my new look? I look like an 80s rocker.
I think that's going to kneecap him as well.
I agree.
Mm.
I agree. But in all fairness, then why didn't you make more of an exhaustive effort in New York to otherwise garner information that you're now requesting from Popcorn Planet that was in the scope and control of the Wayfarer defendants?
Right.
Why create?
Lisa Boo says I should wear a bikini with this. You better watch it, Lisa. I'm gonna claim harassment like Lively did. All right, Lisa Boo. I'm looking at you. By the way, my Canadian Prime Minister, could we trade? Could press 1 if it was possible, hypothetically. Let me put this back here. If we could have Lisa Boo as an American and give Ryan Reynolds back. Could we get Ryan Reynolds back? You ruined Blade. Dude, you ruined Blade. Blade is as good as Batman. I'm not letting that go, dude. And now you're supporting this censorship?
Create undue burden for a third party. That's the whole.
Can you explain that file? What was the last thing we did file?
We filed a request for judicial notice that essentially provided this judge with court filings in the New York case, including stuff that we had to really dig for. Because as Jack said, they filed they're sealing everything so that you can't see it. Public can't see it. Third parties that are involved in this can't see it. I had to dig for literally 10 hours to try to find some of this stuff, exhibit with it, and exhibit like Russian nesting dolls to find out what they've actually requested from these Wayfarer defendants.
Among the things that Dave had to look through, so in late September, the Wayfarer defendants, in all fairness to Blake Lively, they had filed it late, and there was some reluctance on their part. The Wayfarer defendants filed, what was it, like 80,000 pages, Dave, of materials and documents. So if at that point in time, Blake Lively felt there was additional information, because she had specifically requested communications with you, with Andy Signor, and with Popcorn Planet. When those materials were provided, the court provided Blake Lively an extension, an additional couple weeks to take additional discovery or to file any motions for insufficiency or for lack of being responsive. At that point in time, Blake's lawyers could have filed a request. Judge, this is insufficient as it relates to Popcorn Planet and Andy Signor, but didn't. However, the lawyers did file a motion for insufficiency saying, well, this is not properly responsive to our request for information from Signal Chat. Well, if you had the ability to claim insufficiency against that third or against the defendants relating to that third party, how come they couldn't do the same thing with respect to Andy Signor and Popcorn Planet? And they didn't. So that was the information that we wanted this judge to see and review when making her determination.
We also wanted the judge to see that in the sense.
Oh, Andy muted it.
Andy. Previously, they claimed
Sorry, I'm back.
Andy's not a journalist; he's a content creator.
Right.
What kind of an argument is that? It is so weird. It is so weird, man. He's not a journalist. He's a content creator. Do you know what content creator means? Content creator means you're creating product. Content is product. It could be anything. It could be paper planes. It could be videos here, right? It could be news. Journalists create content. And a lot of journalists not only create content, they post it only on YouTube. I think she only thinks, I think she thinks you have to be in a corporation. I think the only people she acknowledges as legit are corporate people. And everyone else is a rando, right? Is that what I'm getting out of it? Yeah, we're all journalists, dude. Like, and Mod Squad, we're all journalists for the First Amendment. I'm not, listen, that's what I understand. That's what I've understood. Am I wrong? My guess is maybe Ryan, does Canada have this, that we're all journalists? My guess is, I don't know, I can't prove this, my conspiracy, my whatever, is the reason that maybe this is happening. Maybe Ryan Reynolds is telling Blake, since they're married, giving her advice saying, hey, he's not a content creator. He's a content creator, not a journalist. And he's thinking, since Canada may not have something like the First Amendment, and that's where she's getting the retarded idea. She's getting maybe she's getting her retarded advice from Ryan Reynolds. Because, well, we know he's a retard, but I'm saying right here with the advice, right? Canada has something similar. I mean, that's the only thing I could think, because Americans are big on that First Amendment, dude. You get TikTokers on YouTube. You get TikTokers on YouTube that talk about the First Amendment, and they're not, you could tell these people aren't that smart, and they know about the First Amendment, right? Right? Bernadette in the house. What's up? You're 100% right. I graduated from broadcast school, and that is exact definition, Guis. Yeah, and it's weird, man. So I'm thinking these are two Hollywood elitists, right? That probably think since Andy Signore's not a billionaire, he's not really a journalist, right? And he is.
They separated journalists and content creators. In their discovery requests, however, they included Andy with Candace Owens, Megyn Kelly, Perez Hilton, and didn't even mention some of these other third-party content creators. So we wanted to point out to the court that, hey, look, they consider him a journalist because they're including him in the same sentence as these other journalists, while completely leaving out these third parties that might otherwise be content creators.
So there it is. I mean,
to me, content creators and journalists are the same. I'm sorry. Now, there's some people that create content that's not news.
There's a lot, and I shout out again, Manny Gordon Trial Lawyers. They're amazing. They've been stepping up like crazy. They've been going above and beyond. I don't know what I'd do without them. So I'm so eternally grateful for these fellows. They're so good on it. It's frustrating, but I'm not going to let Blake win. She didn't frustrate me enough to. It's still a B+. I agree. We still have a path, right? We still have a path forward, and we're not going to let her win this. It's irritating. I can't lie. We have to continue for another day. So stay tuned. We will keep you posted. Please just keep supporting it. Give, Send, Go. It's in the pinned comment. We could use your support now more than ever as this potentially explodes even longer. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Kim. Stay tuned. We got more coming your way. I got to go film another interview. Look at this. We're nonstop here on Popcorn Planet.
All right. What do you think of that video? We got another one. We got one more. All right. We're going to react to it. But it's shameless plug time. Number one, nerdreport.com. Let me see you write that down in the comments. Nerdreport.com. Go in there, join the newsletter. Join the newsletter, nerdreport.com. Get all the videos. All right. Also, subscribe to Grayson Report. Since she'll update you on her health. But she may have some great stuff to talk about. Also, my birthday is coming. We're going to do a live stream. Hopefully we get some of you in here to come and talk for a few hours or whatever. I'll let you know on that, what the date is. It's coming up pretty soon. People that want to support a little more, they're supporting the GoFundMe, support Nerd Report Studio. Keep the studio alive. A lot of bills coming in, folks, right now. Anything that's donated here will go back into the studio. Cameras, streaming equipment. My PC is about to take a dump. I gotta be honest with you. I used old PCs, man. My stuff is old. I'm I'm not the type of person that like just wants to buy, get the latest and stuff. If the stuff I have works, I will use it. I'm not spending your donations on stuff I'm giving back to you. That's the way I feel. I'm trying to give better quality to you all, better lighting and stuff, make everything more pleasant. And last time I checked, we were at 9% of our goal. I'm going to refresh. Right now. Bernadette says it's refresh. All right. And we are now at 13%. Holy shit, man. 13%. Let's see. We're going to give a shout out to these people. Everyone that's donated to the GoFundMe today. Wow, that's so cool. You guys rock, man. You guys rock. All right. So I got Lisa Boo. Boo for Halloween. Lisa Boo. Boo-hoo. Shout out to Lisa Boo. Let's work on it, folks. Let's trade Lisa Boo for Ryan Reynolds. I want Lisa Boo to make movies. I think she should be the next Deadpool. I think she should be in the next Blade movie. I like Lisa. Lisa Boo's a better actor than Ryan Reynolds. Lisa Boo is much prettier than Ryan Reynolds. Let's get Lisa Boo in here. Shout out to Lisa Boo. Thank you so much. Hearts for you. Shelly, the beautiful, the intelligent, the awesome Mistress of the Dark for Halloween. Shelly, thank you for that support. Thank you for that support. And of course, as always, my sister, Bernadette Lonefire. Bernadette Lonefire, thank you so much. The best Elvira in the history of Halloween, Bernadette Lonefire. She was Elvira actually at Mad Monster. Thank you so much. Shout out to you and Mr. Brandon Torres right there. Bernadette, Michael Keaton is so hot. All right, Bernadette, thank you for the support. Michael Keaton, por vida. Michael Keaton for life. Sam and Cody for life. They are the best. And don't forget the Karen Show Australia and Marley for sending in those super chats. You could still send in some super chats, $1, whatever helps out a lot. But I also want to thank everyone who's in the chat. Everyone who's in the chat, give yourself some hearts, man. Give yourself some damn hearts, man. All right? That's right. Let's go to the next video, Dell. This was from today, and the title is Subpoena Update, Blake Lively damaging Andy Signor to silence him. Silence all. Okay, so she's going. That's what she's doing. She's going after everyone, in my opinion, to intimidate us, to intimidate people that criticize and stuff. And look, I have. What's up, Ann? I don't hate Blake Lively, man. I hate her actions right now, bullying people and stuff. But I'm not going to take energy to hate her. Why? I got other things to do. But I'm going to call you out if you try to silence you, YouTubers. I'm a YouTuber, right? And also, listen, I am shocked, Blake, that more people have not gotten a hold of this because trying to silence YouTubers pisses off YouTubers. Like I said, I barely cover this. I don't even cover it. I covered this Baldoni Blake thing in the beginning. I realized, look, I'm not a big fan of Justin Baldoni. I'm not a big fan of Blake Lively. I just let it go. I think, I got a lot of heat because I wasn't just Baldoni all the way. F Blake. I got a lot of heat for that. But it's how I feel. All right? Because I let it go. And then I started seeing subpoenas. I'm like, what? What is that? Subpoenas? Because you're talking or you have an opinion about her? subpoenaing people. Then you went after my favorite people, all right? Then you went after the guy from South America. My favorite Latinx. Just kidding. I don't use that word. I don't use that word. Please don't unsubscribe. You went after the Latino creator, man. I know Blake uses Latinx, probably the word. You started going after people, man. Like, and that's just like you're trying to silence people. So that's why I'm doing this. And to see so many months later, you're still on this, and Andy has to do a damn video. Come on, dude. All right, let's go to the next one here. Let's see what's going on here.
Blake Lively's attorneys and the judge here in Florida, and we need to talk. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor, and I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated because I firmly believe, my belief, that Blake Lively's attorneys are attempting to punish me as an example to try to discourage others from reporting negatively about their client, Blake Lively.
That's exactly how I feel. And guess what? If you think I'm doing it because I'm co-hosting with Popcorn Planet sometimes, it's not. There's plenty of times I have disagreed with Signor to the point where we've freaking yelled at each other online. And guess what? I don't care. I will tell him what he thinks. He will tell me what he thinks. Wait, what did I say that? I will tell him what I think, and he will tell me what he thinks. And we'll bump heads, and we'll disagree on the air, yelling at each other. And I don't care if he doesn't call me back to a show. But I know he won't. He doesn't play like that. He will, right? But I'm not sitting here watching this video agreeing with him because I've co-hosted there. I'm agreeing with him because there's no other way to put it. I can't find a reason or rhyme how she is correct or they are correct with these subpoenas. Please help me understand that. Am I wrong? What's up, Phil?
They are just creating this unnecessary burden, these ridiculous requests. They are currently attempting to expand the scope beyond what Judge Lyman himself made clear.
What are you looking for, Blake? Are you going to try to give the man a colonoscopy now? Expand the scope. What the fuck am I listening to, man? Oh, I don't see any conspiracies. There's no conspiracies. There's no collusion. Let me look up the guy's ass. Maybe I can find something there. Fuck.
They want my communication not only till the 18th of February, but till now.
Oh.
It's just absurd against my rights as a journalist. They are trying to attend to demand that I'm not a journalist.
How is he not a journalist? And what does that even mean? Could someone explain?
And the whole thing is just really frustrating. Now, I want to say I'm feeling very good about my judge. I want to point out specifically that I think the judge is doing a great job really trying to understand the case, because let's be clear, this is a very complicated case. It's been going on for a long time with a lot of pieces to the puzzle and on the docket. And, this is a topic that she even admitted she hasn't done a lot here in Florida, this freedom of speech type of with a journalist and a celebrity like this.
Why aren't more people talking about this? It's so weird.
She's trying her best. And I think she's doing a good job at really understanding it all and, doing what the process is. So there are steps of it.
Yeah. What is it? Yeah. What? You can't find any proof of this defamation. Yeah. You can't find any proof of the colluding. All right. This is what you need to do. Put on gloves. Stick your finger up as you know what. Maybe you'll find something there. We gotta find something. Please.
this process that I saw a lot of you sort of complaining about, and don't give them this. We know. I'm well aware. There are people you told me to reach out to. You're probably already in the comments saying it's. I know. We are aware. I promise you, my lawyers and I are on top of it, and we're doing everything we can. And yes, we are in touch with an organization. I don't want to say too much because, again, you guys got to understand.
I don't know what organization that is. I have an idea what organization it may be. I have no idea, but it may be the same one that Paris Hilton used. I don't know. Right? I don't know. And that happened. Do your own research, but I do believe I read a story, again, allegedly, because I didn't really go into it. It was an old story where a certain singer that is awful artist that makes a lot of money, that is dick whipped with a football player. I'm not going to name the name. Her people tried to silence a blogger once, at least, and the ACLU got involved and she put her tail between her legs and ran, so that's what I think the story was. You guys do your own research. I heard about that, and everything. And I'll give you a hint. The artist sounds a lot like Luis Miguel, but it's not. Okay? There's a song she made that sounds a lot like a Luis Miguel song. Allegedly. But she's original though, okay? She's the most original person ever. And you know who loves her too? People that hate billionaires. Love her, make the exception. She's the only billionaire they like. All right? And she's a independent woman that makes songs about her man's what. Because she needs it. Which usually is a sign that the guy is, Has anyone ever heard that song? No want no short dick, man. Boop, boop. I play it a lot on Twitch. Follow Lewis Love on Twitch. Going to be mixing this Sunday. Shameless plug. All right, let's go back to this video. What was I even talking about?
I don't give everything out. I don't want to just tell everything. But yes, please assume we know what we're doing and we know who else to organize. And I'm confident still. They haven't broken me. They are not going to break me. They will not get my sources. But at the same time, I really want to continue to be transparent with all of you. I wish these hearings were public because they should be. I want you guys to know this is a very important ruling that this judge has on her desk. And I hope and I do believe she's going to do the right thing ultimately. But to get there, there's a process. And I do believe Blake's team is making that process as complicated and just as tough and as burdensome as possible. And so in that regard, Blake, congratulations. You've annoyed me and frustrated me. I really do think that's part of their goal.
Do you think she's watching these? Do you guys think that Blake Lively is watching these?
But I think it's going to ultimately explode in their faces because there's nothing there. I've never hid this, guys.
I don't think there's anything there either. That's all I can say. It's just the whole thing is ridiculous.
There is news gathering information that I am going to protect till my dying breath. I am a journalist. I will defend that right to my dying breath. And
I think it's stupid that he has to mention that because why is she even arguing that?
Not going to get anything, even if they were to get it all. They're not going to get anything they're accusing. And what worries me is they're just doing all this pomp and circumstance to create doubt, but also they're going to imply that there were things that were deleted, which there aren't. They're already out there talking about spoliation and people deleting signal chats.
What? Now they're saying he deleted shit? That's like moving the goalpost. Now you're moving the goalpost. So no matter what, you're right?
Sir, never used Signal during that period with any of these contacts, with none of my sources. That's not something I've ever used for sources or gathering. I know some do. The president used it, others do, but it's not something I use. So they're trying to use that in this case, I think, to try to gather more than they got in an attempt to paint potentially parties or sources in negative ways, is what I really think is what the goal here is. And I'm frustrated only in that, before we can even have the argument of I'm a journalist and, this is all privilege, the judge does need to know sort of, well, what is the communication at hand? There's no organization or group that's going to sort of stop that. It's how it works. I'm not worried about that. It'll be redacted with all the stuff that, protects what I'm most important about, my sources, and anybody who spoke to me anonymously. That's all going to be protected, guys. I promise. Protects. But there's still like a log that needs to be presented of, on this date, had a anonymous source email me. On this date, I had a confidential source.
Why does he even have to give that to? Man, that's so disheartening. Such a waste of time. So is there a privilege, like reporter privilege, or not?
Call me, whatever. Like that stuff needs to be all in a what's called a privilege log, and it's annoying, and it's starting to cost a lot of money, and especially if they're going to try to extend the period past the 18th. Well, that's going to cost a fortune. It's going to take me quite a long time, given the documentary and the crew members we approached. We approached a lot of people to try to get that information. So I'm hoping and I'm feeling confident that this judge will do the right thing. We have another hearing next Friday as well, as we are preparing sort of the legal.
We got the guy going every Friday for like a ridiculous claims.
Documents to prepare, and I'll shout out to my lawyers, Jack and Dave, doing a fantastic job at Manny Gordon. A lot of you said some really ignorant, stupid comments, and you guys really just don't know the whole story. So please stop assuming you do. We are working on things. We are talking to other big organizations, guys. I don't know how else to get that to your head, but I just can't talk about it yet. Okay, so please just understand we're on it. What I wanted to make this video is just to update you on that, but also just to sound the alarms of this is chilling what she's trying to do to me. And it is becoming burdensome, and they're trying to play like it's not. Merrill, her attorney's out there trying to play like to the judge. Well, it's not that burdensome to go get all this correspondence. Yes, it is. I got two staff members. We're probably like 3 people here. And all of this stress affects the work, the output. I can't put as much because I have to spend time busy work gathering stuff that I suspect they already have, which I shouldn't even have to do, and all this stuff, and they just get to play like, no, it's no big deal. It is a big deal. On top of that, I with permission from her, Kim's like not well right now. She was in the hospital this past weekend. Now,
so this thing's obviously putting stress on Popcorn Planet, the entire staff. Man, I don't know. I mean, could it be possible? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Could it be possible that there could be a counter lawsuit? Like, or could you just like bug people for no reason? Like just assume they're colluding with Justin Baldoni? You could just say that about anyone. And even though there's no proof of it.
This stress has not helped her. It's not helping her recoup. And that is starting to bother me. The levels that Blake and her team will go to unnerve us and bother us, and dare I say, harass us, it's getting to a point that I'm getting severely pissed off. This whole thing should have never even gotten to this point. And I'm talking about the whole case, in my opinion, but my part of it is nothing. It's a nothing burger. But they want to try to make it seem like it's a nefarious burger. And look, because I'm trying to protect sources. And the whole thing is just ugly. It is ugly. It is wrong, in my opinion. It's chilling. And I wanted to make sure you guys were aware and prepared because, look, I'm not taking this lightly at all.
Yeah, I think, oh, boy. You see that? Holy shit.
I am reaching out and am currently in talks with many organizations.
Oh, I didn't see this, man. I didn't know about this. ACLU.
So, guys, Just be patient.
Look, they're in my opinion, the people that are the most. I'll leave it for another time. Why they're scared of the ACLU? You know what I mean?
Be patient. There's a plan. They aren't going to win this. I'm incredibly confident. And on the weird off chance that they do, they're not going to get anything. They're not. This whole thing is insanely silly. And I refuse to let them kick me down. I refuse to keep letting them stress Kim. Kim, stay strong, be well. All is good. We're channels here. You guys are thriving. You guys are going to help continue us. We're going to be live this afternoon in like an hour or two to celebrate Halloween.
Listen, I don't want to play the entire video. Go and check it out. He just dropped this today, so the video is still there. What do you guys think of all this? What do you guys think of my hair? All right, I need a call to arms. All right, we're going to be raiding out. We're going to be raiding out to the DJ Lab. The link is right there in the comments. Head over there. Tell them Lewis sent you from Nerd Report. Marcelo, what's up? Tell them Lewis sent you from Nerd Report, okay? Let's see who's going to be the first one. They did, but Matthew, here's the problem. They did support Amber Heard, but they didn't support. I'll tell you later. Hollywood people do not want the ACLU after you because Hollywood people project a lot. They project that they're not racist. And in my opinion, a lot of them are undercover. They're bigots and stuff. And I'm not saying anyone here I'm talking about is a bigot, but, you know. All right, head over to the DJ Lab. Who's going to be the first one to say Lewis sent you? Right there. In his chat. Head over there. Nerd Report sent you. I don't see anybody commenting. Click on that link in the comments. Let's see if it works. Lisa Boo. All right, stay put.